Welcome to the Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's very own daily TV radio streaming show. You can watch live on Civic Center TV, Comcast Channel 15, AT&T Channel 99, or check us out on the web, civiccentertv.com, on Civic Center TV's Facebook app. And if you're out driving around, just tune us in on the radio, 89.3 Lakes FM. The Splash Live is part of Civic Center TV and Lakes FM's 150 minutes of live local programming. Catch the show 9:30 a.m. Monday to Friday, followed by the Oakland County Megacast with Tyler at 10. And the Megacast, Michigan Megacast, rather, at 11. Taking a quick look at some of the news around the Greater West Bloomfield area. Hey, have you ever thought about a career in law enforcement? Well, you can work with West Bloomfield Police Department's officers and learn valuable skills to jumpstart a career in law enforcement. They are hiring right now for police service aides. Starting pay is $19.55 an hour. It is part-time, but boy, that would look great on a resume, and you can learn so much about law enforcement and serving your community. If you're interested, just contact the West Bloomfield Police Department. Looking for something to do? Well, the Marsh Music Series kicks off Wednesday. It's going to be happening from 5:30 until 8:30. This is going to be a series, so it's tomorrow, July 20th, but then again on the 27th and August 3rd. Tomorrow is going to be Persuasion, 8-piece party, dance and show band. They will have the food trucks, Beyond Juicery and Eatery, plus Little Loose Hot Chicken and Barbecue Daddy. The concert is at Marsh Bank Park. So much fun. Those are great. Plus, they're going to have a beer and wine tent. How about that? Something for everyone in the family. Every city has a story, and Greater West Bloomfield Historical Society's Helen Jane Peters has been capturing and sharing Michigan's prettiest little city story with a series of talks entitled Sylvan Story. Civic Center TV's Kelvin Brown has more.
As Sylvan Lake approaches its 101st anniversary as a village, residents may want a little history lesson about their prettiest little town. Greater West Bloomfield's Historical Society's Helen Jane Peters has been hosting the Sylvan Story at the Sylvan Lake Community Center, a presentation series dedicated to the real people, places, and pieces of history from Sylvan Lake's past.
We had a program about the fresh air camp that took place on the very grounds where we are right now. The camp was here from 1906 to 1961. It was here for 55 years. Thousands of children came here in the summertime to enjoy the out of doors, fresh food, and just having a good time.
With such an extensive collection of written and photographed history, Helen really walks you through what it was like to be a part of the fresh air camp experience.
I've been working on Sylvan Lake history for the past 25 years, since the city was 50 years old. I'd like to share this partly because of my age, and it's very, very interesting to me. I don't want it to just dribble away and people not know. And the people that come are so interested, and that makes it really rewarding for me when they ask questions and they want to know more. I think it's wonderful that it's been taped, that these things that I'm saying are they will be meaningful in years to come. Because, I would say even in 10 years it might be, people will say, that didn't really happen. But since I'm saying it, I hope they will believe that it did happen.
Even after all these years and after the many updates and development, Helen still has an eye for bits of Sylvan Lake's history hiding in plain sight.
But since we're here in the community center, and right behind me is a sign, that says, "Warm the hand and cheer the heart." And that's what the Free Press Camp did for the children that attended. That is Pewabic pottery, and that was in the original activities building in the camp. Joanne Eberhardt is the one that got somebody to remove those from the camp fireplace, and then we saved them for a year to put them in our new fireplace here. Those are probably well over 100 years old, and they're very valuable. It's not often that Pewabic tile is put into letters to spell something out. Usually they're tiles and they're a picture, but this is very special.
You can find each of Helen's Sylvan Story presentations on civiccentertv.com. Reporting for the Splash Live, I'm Calvin Brown.
Suggestion, or maybe you want to be on the show. Well, we're making it pretty easy for you. We have a QR code that you can scan with your phone, and that will take you to a link. You just fill out that information and someone will be in contact with you. You're watching the Splash Live, a show dedicated to all things West Bloomfield, Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, and Orchard Lake. Coming up, the community continues to rally to support the staff of one of Keego Harbor's most beloved pizzerias. That's next here on the Splash Live.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live.
In the face of COVID-19, staying healthy is important. And now the same is true as we face the flu. Influenza has the potential to infect millions, putting lives and the healthcare system at risk. Fortunately, it's easy to protect yourself. The flu vaccine is safe and effective, and with COVID-19 still spreading, it's essential. To see how you can hit this virus head on, visit michigan.gov/flu.
Can I ask you a question? Why do you want to get the COVID-19 vaccine?
I don't like getting sick. The virus will die. It will be easy to not catch it. Keep my family safe and keep playing soccer. Because I love being vaccinated.
What's your hope for everyone?
I hope everybody gets the vaccine to keep safe and strong. Be like happy, having fun everywhere. Everyone stay safe and hope you get the vaccine.
And now, back to the Splash Live.
Welcome back. I'm Ronnie Dahl. This is the Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's very own daily TV radio streaming show. Repairs at our beloved Gino's Pizzeria in Keego Harbor are taking a bit longer than expected. So to continue to support the employees that have been out of work since the fire, another fundraiser is being planned to help them. And with us to tell us all of the details, Mr. Dennis Kearns, Mr. Keego Sylvan Lake volunteer. How are you?
Morning, Ronnie. How are you?
Yeah, I always love this because you're a person that gets things done for people. Can you give us an update on the repairs over at Gino's?
Well, they're working hard. I'm not really sure what all's done and what's not done. They've stripped it to the bone, so they're building it back from basically brick and steel. So it's taken a while. New electrical system's been going in. They got to put a whole new air conditioning system in because all the ventilation had to get taken out, and then we're going to have to move the food ovens and everything, food processing stuff back in. So it's taken a lot longer than we'd hoped, and hopefully we can get the project moving and get it on task and get done. We've got a car show coming up in August. We'd love to be open for that, but that's going to be a stretch.
Oh, the car show is such a favorite. Hey, so with the benefit, because one of the great things about Gino's, it really is the fabric of the community, and Gino's and the staff, they do so much for this area. But we don't want to lose those employees. We don't want them to go someplace else. So I know that, we've had efforts underway to support them, but with this taking longer than anticipated, tell us about this new fundraiser.
Yeah, well, in the past, we raised like $9,000 for the employees through the Jacket Club of Keego Harbor. But this is one that's put on by the Santia family itself. It's going to be July 28th, Thursday night. Doors open at 5 o'clock. Suggested donation of $20 to get in the door. There'll be hors d'oeuvres, a cash bar, 4 different bands. We're going to have Bar None, which is James Taylor tribute band. The Carmichaels, which are rhythm and blues and soul. Local guy, famous artist. We're lucky to have people like that in our community that are willing to donate their time and their service. We got Shotgun Willie Band coming back, classic rock, and Tommy Lee and friends with the oldies and classics. So it should be a real heck of a party.
Right, and a little bit of music, something for everyone.
A little bit for everybody, you're right.
Oh, well, Dennis, I know that you're at another meeting, so thank you for popping in to let us know about this. But we want people to continue to support because, it's great. We've raised so much money and you've spearheaded a big portion of that effort. But really, when you're looking at it and you're splitting it amongst employees, it doesn't go very far.
Yeah,
so we need to continue to do that.
We got about 20 employees, so you spread it thin, it goes thin.
Oh, well, this is a great effort by Gino and the entire family to continue to support these employees. We don't want them to leave because we do know so many people are struggling right now with inflation and gas prices. So we want to keep the employees right here in our community, in our neighborhood. And also we know it's going to be tough because when Gino's does reopen, Cass Lake will be shutting back down for road repairs about the same time. So it's going to be a struggle the next couple months.
It will be, but we sure appreciate your help because you've done a lot to help us raise this money and really made a difference. So thank you.
Well, and we'll be there Thursday, July 28th. So thanks so much.
I promise it'll be a party.
Again, it's Thursday, July 28th from 5 until 10 at Santia Hall, right there next to Gino's on Cass Lake Road in Keego Harbor. Thanks, Dennis. We appreciate it.
See ya. Thanks.
You're watching The Splash Live, part of Civic Center TV and Lakes FM's 150 minutes of live local programming. You can catch the show 9:30 a.m. Monday to Friday. We're followed by the Oakland County Megacast with Tyler at 10, and then the Michigan Megacast at 11. When we come back, we are going to get you back on track for your fitness and eating goals. Coach Gayle joins us next here on The Splash Live.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live.
Let's savor these moments, made possible by the COVID-19 vaccine. Keep the dining out going by keeping yourself protected and your COVID-19 vaccines up to date.
It's peaceful, it's quiet, and the noise and stress of life can sometimes disappear.
It's the Great Lakes water. And so what people do ends up in our waterways.
It's for our health and safety, it's for our economy, it's for protecting the environment that we all enjoy and we all need to survive.
So clearing storm drains and the areas nearby of trash and leaves helps keep them for rain only.
We're all about one water in this region. We're all connected. We all have a role.
And now, back to The Splash Live.
Welcome back. This is The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's very own daily TV radio streaming show. If you didn't know, you can catch us live on Comcast. That's going to be on channel 15. But if you have AT&T, it's channel 99. If you don't have it, well, we're also making it easy. So maybe you're sitting at work today. You can catch us right there on your computer, civiccentertv.com. But you can also watch us on our Facebook page. Or if you're out driving around, tune us into the radio, 89.3 Lakes FM. Want to give a little warning to you today. Temperatures are expected to be in the 90s here. Much of the country is under a heat wave, and we are going to be feeling that as well. So with temperatures in the 90s, we want to remind you, please, if you have elderly neighbors here, go ahead, knock on the door, check on them, make sure they're okay. We know that some people do not have air conditioning. Also, as a reminder, check on your pets as well. You do not want to leave them outside for long periods of time. And also, if you're going to be out for a walk, remember, if that pavement is too hot for you, it's going to be too hot for your pets as well. Well, with us now, are we going to go to break or go to Coach Gayle first? Okay, we're going to take a quick break here on the Splash Live, and when we come back, West Bloomfield's very own Coach Gayle joins us on the show.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live.
11 teens a day die from texting and driving. Don't text and drive.
Now that the vaccine is available for children 5 and up, why do you recommend it?
Kids are part of the community and they can spread COVID.
We're seeing both healthy children getting sick from the virus as well as children with underlying health conditions.
They can easily bring the virus home to other people that are vulnerable and make them sick as well.
This vaccine can change that and keep children safe.
It's essential that your children get vaccinated to protect them, to protect your families, and to protect those in the community around you.
And now, back to the Splash, live.
Welcome back. Well, if you're one of many people, such as myself, trying to get back into a healthier lifestyle so you feel better getting into that bathing suit, what you're putting into your body and how much you're putting in could be sidetracking you and sidelining your efforts because you're probably eating more than you think you are. To break it all down for us, West Bloomfield's own Coach Gayle Taub joins us here on the Splash Live. Thank you so much for being with us as always.
Good morning. Happy, beautiful day. It's so sunny out today.
I know there's something about the sunshine that just makes you happy. It's going to be a sizzler, but still it's great to be outside. I'll take this over snow anytime. But, because we always talk kind of beforehand about, what you're going to be covering. And I learned so much from you because the packaging can be tricky and a little bit deceiving.
Yes, it certainly can. So today I thought I would talk a little bit about the concept of serving size versus portion size. Did you guys know that they are not the same, not even in the same territory? So basic definition, a serving size is an exact amount of food. It is what you find that is listed on the back of a package with the nutrition information. And at the top, it tells you what that serving size is. That serving size is an exact amount of food that is used to calculate the rest of the numbers that you see here. But portion size is the amount of food that you actually eat, the portion that is on your plate. Very, very different. I'm going to give you an example. So a portion or a serving size, according to the label here, is a quarter cup. And I actually have a visual here. This is a quarter cup of almonds. My portion size for me, though, look at the difference. Completely different. So this is, again, an exact amount of food, and this is the appropriate amount of food if I were to eat nuts for me, twice the amount. So this hopefully gives you a little bit of an idea of the difference.
And that is so easy to really kind of get screwed up on, because especially when we're talking about things like nuts, because you think, oh, they're healthy, but they, most nuts have a lot of calories.
I love that you said that, because that word healthy is very, very confusing and misleading to a lot of people. We talk about what is healthy, but unless you put it in context for yourself, then we don't know. And can you be unhealthy eating quality foods? Absolutely. Can I eat too many nuts in a day? 100%. And look at the size, right? So it's always a lot smaller than you think it might be. Right. However, I'm going to show you another example. Here's a healthy option, which is a bag salad. Okay. So we've got some vegetables and we've got some ingredients that come in there, plus the dressing. According to the serving size that's on the back, this bag contains 3.5 servings, which gives us about 1 serving size is this little teeny amount.
Oh, wow.
However, and that's used again to calculate the numbers that are on the back of the package if you create this the way that it is put in the package, right? You use all the dressing and the toppings. This amount for me, my serving size of a vegetable is more like the whole bag, believe it or not. It's just short of the whole bag. So the confusion starts, and this is where a lot of people mix and match concepts. You look at the serving size, you look at the calories, but you're counting your macros, but you're looking at your hand for a portion amount, but your friend tells you that you need more protein, but all of them collide. And most people don't know how to kind of simplify and know what is right for themselves. So I have a couple of ideas for you.
I was just going to ask that. So how do we do it?
How do we know? What do we do? Number one, I would highly suggest you back away just for a moment and think, what are my goals? And are they working for me? Is the way that I'm eating, regardless of what you call it, or the portion or the serving or the calories or the macro, whatever, is it working for you? And if the answer is yes, keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop. If the answer is, I'm not sure because I have these weight loss goals or I have these health and wellness goals for myself, and I am very confused, my suggestion next would be to pay attention just for the next few days. Notice what you're eating. Use your logic. If you feel like 1 or 2 scoops of nuts and a handful of nuts seems in your mind like it's probably too much, it probably is. You might want to just stop and notice. And then thirdly, guys, if this topic confuses you and all you want to do is know what is right for you, not your neighbor, not your friend, not the lady or the man online that has this perfect body that you're looking for yourself. If you're still confused, you got to call someone that knows what they're doing so they can help you focus on yourself, understand your goals, understand what you're doing today that's working, understand what you're doing today that's not working, and help you to simplify. I am one of those people that can help you to do that.
And it just seemed like, on the surface, it seemed simple enough. Yeah. But then day to day to day, you start to look at these things and you get so confused because there's so much information out there on the internet, on YouTube, on TikTok, that I feel like you need to find someone that you can trust that can come up with a plan that's very specific for you.
Yes. And here's the other thing, notice what you've done before. And is it working for you? That's kind of the key, guys. Is it working? Not did it work for a period of time and then it stopped working. That's not necessarily working. I don't know a lot of people that want to lose 10 pounds and then gain it back in a couple of months. To me, that's an idea that you might want to think about. What are you trying to accomplish? All of these programs out there, all of the people that are there to help you, all of these social media ideas and the news and all of the things that are helping you to figure out what's right for you, they don't know you. They don't know you. A lot of it is marketing. A lot of it is trying to get you to come to them for their product or their system or their, expertise. But really, guys, you are the expert in you. So find a professional that will listen to you, understand you, and know how to help you for the long term. Very different. Those are coaches, not necessarily trainers or expert in a medical field. It's a coach.
And I feel like you really, in the long run, you're probably going to save yourself money because you're not falling for all of the gimmicks.
Ronnie, yes, for sure. You start to focus on what is right for you and you practice and you learn over time, which settles your desire to go out and try the next best thing to desperately try to get where you're trying to go. So taking your time, taking that step back, getting the guts up. And I know it takes some courage, guys, to give a call to someone like me that is really here to help you authentically. And giving that a try might just be your saving grace.
So do you recommend when it comes to our portion size and our serving size that we actually get a scale and measure the food that we eat?
So here, that's a great question too. I don't teach. I teach looking at the food. If you come to me and we talk about food and you don't have an already really, really important belief system and the way that you're eating, which I will respect, by the way, because it's working for you in that way, then I teach looking at your food and understanding how to see very quickly with a visual reference that's appropriate for you, the appropriate amount for you. So scales, you don't always have them with you. You become dependent on something. And then when they're not there, you're like, well, what was I supposed to do? So that's why using your brain and understanding what's right for you and your eyes can help you to, in any situation, make the right choices for yourself that you know are going to serve you well without all of the tools and the needs that may or may not be accessible at any given moment.
Right. And we know people tend to stick with things longer if it's simplified.
Simplified and meaningful. I think this is the key. I can tell you the way I do what I do is so easy, but for you, it might not be. So we find out what is easy for you, and you have the control then. And that's the beauty of working together with me, is that you're present and you're helping to make those decisions. I have a saying, I've said it before, I'll say it again. People don't resist change. They resist being changed. So even I will not tell you what to do. We're going to have a conversation and we're going to figure it out together using a system that works for you.
Such wise words. And with that, Coach Gayle, I always feel like you're my personal little coach guru here on the show each and every week. How can people find you?
You can check me out on my website, coachgayle.com. You can message me through there, see what's going on. I have some workshops going on right now, so you might want to get involved in those. You can also call me or text me at 248-885-1400 and find me on Instagram and Facebook. The Instagram handle is Gazelle Health with 2 H's at the end.
Well, it's always great talking to you. We appreciate your time and your advice as always. Enjoy the rest of the week, and I hope you have fun plans out enjoying the sunshine.
Right back at you, Ronnie. Always a pleasure.
Thanks so much. Again,
okay, have a good one.
Support Coach Gayle. She's right here in our Greater West Bloomfield community. She is so knowledgeable and so great to have right here in our own backyard. Hey, that's going to do it for today's edition of The Splash Live. I want to say thank you to our guests for taking time to be with us, and thank you to you for tuning in. Tyler is up next. We also want to remind you, if you want to be on the show or maybe have a story suggestion, you can let us know. Just go ahead. We put a QR code on the website, civiccentertv.com, or right there it is as well. Just scan it with your phone, fill out the information, and we'd love to hear from you. The Splash Live is part of Civic Center TV and Lakes FM's 150 minutes of live local programming. Our focus is local. Greater West Bloomfield, The Splash Live, 9:30 a.m. Tyler is up next with the Oakland County Megacast. Happy day, everyone.